about what we're going to do, and just to let you know that the first little bit of it is actually Shakespeare's words, so I'm having the audacity to put my own after it. So the first part is Gertrude's speech explaining about the death of Ophelia, and then the next voice that you hear is the voice of the river. There is a willow grows aslant the brook that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. Therewith fantastic garlands she did make of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. There on the pendant boughs her coronet weeds clambering to hang, an envious sliver broke, and down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like, awhile they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lauds, as one incapable of her own distress, or like some creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be, till that her clothing heavy with its drink dragged the poor wretch from her melodious lay. To muddy death. That day is still fresh in my memory. She seemed like a jolly little thing. She was making a fine job of decorating the old willow, beautiful, colourful garlands. It was a little bit sinister the way that she was weaving in those nettles with her bare hands, but humans are odd at the best of times, and I don't have much time for happy folk. I did remark that she was leaning out from the larger branches, looking rather precarious. Oh, that willow is not exactly reliable. Has always been a little vain, prides herself on her floaty elegance. I would say Ophelia rather put it up to her on the feminine beauty stakes. So when the branch broke, well, oh, I'm not saying it was intentional. No, of course not. Dear Willow, I'm sure she had no idea of the outcome. And bless her, she has been weeping ever since. It was only when the child plunged into me that I grasped her purpose. Humans often bring their sorrow to my banks. The taste of it invigorates me. And my flow alleviates their suffering. Had Ophelia dangled just one toe into my current, I swear I would have washed it all from her. I would have sipped the pain from every atom of her being and swept it to the foamy fingers of the heaving ocean. But she fell in. she fell, her skirts caught large cushions of air, and so she floated for a while on the surface, singing plaintively to herself. Hey, nonny, hey, nonny, hey, nonny, hey, no. I started to propel her towards the shore, and then I paused. An enticing elixir of grief was seeping from her being. I lapped at the flow, and with each sip there came more, like a colostrum stream oozing into my watery lips. So I drank deeply, her let go so willing, all the time, absolutely believing that I would bring her to the land. Oh, but each sip created a hunger, a craving for more. And as I drank, I came to know her more intimately, more deeply. The anguish in that girl was fathomless. It was as though she had gathered the torment of her entire family and dragged it with her to my banks. And again she released an urgency, a desperate sadness, and I was helpless. So I soaked her garments and I dragged her into my embrace. I washed over her pink cheeks, my liquid lips curling into hers. I flowed over her small white teeth, and I slipped down her throat, silencing her sweet voice. And as I flowed into her lungs, the chambers of her heart hemorrhaged, a gloomy plume of wretchedness like black ink from a fleeing squid. And my eddies and swirls in a frenzy tried to swallow that gloomy soup. Oh, and then the lustrous liquor of her soul spilled out in a paroxysm of release. The gift of it, the beauty. In a frenzy of ecstasy, I churned and my banks strained to contain the billowing surge, the euphoric deluge racing towards the ocean. Oh, the power of it! The shockwaves roared across the seas and engulfed islands, pummeling on the shores of distant lands. The reverberations cracked the Arctic ice and awakened strange glassy creatures in the sunless chasms of the deep. I filled her lungs and stilled her heart, and I laid her on the silted bottom where the pale